how's the business doing right now? How much have you fundraised? Tell us all the great achievements that you've had since.
When we got into Techstars, we had barely 1,000 customers, right? Today, we've delivered close to 20,000 tests at home in less than 1 year, really. And then, of course, we've gone ahead to raise 1.5 million in seed funding. And when we joined Techstars as well, we were just in one location. Today, we're in over 10 locations in the country, and now we're looking at expanding into Kenya and Ghana in the next half of next year. So yeah, the business is taking off, and we're on the path to scale.
Look at you. I just raised $1.5 million. Don't worry about it. What was it like getting your first check or asking that first investor, can you please give me money so I can invest that money into making it into more money for you? Like, what was it like asking for that first check?
So, I mean, and just like what you said, right? Now it's like, 1.5 million. Oh yeah, that was that. I remember the first check we got, it was 25K. And the day that the person committed to it, the fund committed to it and sent us email like, yes, we love you guys. We think that this is going to be big. I literally sat down and I was crying. And I was crying because I was like, somebody else apart from me and the people who obviously are my family members who don't have a choice than to support me, actually believe in me and say, you know what, we don't just think this is going to work. We're going to put our money, our hard-earned money into this, right? So I was so emotional about it. So it's been a journey since then, but I remember clearly how validated I felt and how it also made me feel like very responsible, because I'm like, now this is real. Somebody has given me their money. It has to work. Everything. I need to do everything to make it work. So yeah, I think the last check we got before we closed our round was like 500K, and it dropped, and I was like, finally, or something. I just said something like, oh, amazing, the money has come in. But 25K, I cried. So again, it's the journey to saying, you know what, people actually believe. A few people actually see what we're trying to do. They see the vision and want to be part of it. I think there is that's such a great thing and a great feeling.
Yeah. It's super humbling, I'm sure. I hear it in your voice.
It
you go through that roller coaster of feelings.
It is.
What's one piece of advice that you might give to other founders that are on their fundraising journey right now, or even just startup journey of like, hey, keep this in mind as you build?
Yes. So there's one saying that I think that I need to kind of, just put my name on it. I say it all the time, which is, especially for founders, you need to keep moving. And what that means is keep moving, because great things happen when you keep moving, right? So sometimes it may seem like things are not working as fast or as great as you want them to, but consistent progress is actually a lot more important than looking for a big break, right? Because people can then look back and see how consistent you've been. And it may even be in your career today, because it's going to be important in like the next thing you want to do. So I would say, the first thing you want to do is move and then keep moving, right? Just ensure that things are moving. The other one would be considering like the state of funding right now. It just feels like the market is down at the moment. So I would want to encourage founders who are fundraising at this time to not take no for an answer. And what that means is, if it takes you, maybe previously it would take a hundred pitch to raise your fund. Just know that, you know what, if it takes 200, we're gonna do it, right? So, and just not backing down until it happens. And that has to be almost like a decision you have to make, because again, it's easy to want to say, you know what, it's just down. Everybody's saying no. Everybody wants to keep their money. All you need to do, I think, is keep going until you find those few people who will still bet on you even in this market, right? As long as your product is great, obviously. But just making the decision that you're not going to stop until you raise your fund. I think it would be that tenacity, that resilience to go through this market. I think that's what a lot of founders need to just go through and just see it through. I know it's not easy, but see it through.
I always say that it takes 50 no's to get one yes, and that one yes to change 50 people's minds.
Exactly.
I'm going to add to that sentence, so just keep moving forward, in the words of Ife.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you doubled it though. Oh no, you quadrupled it. So it can take 200 no's to get one yes, but then that one yes might change 200 people's minds.
Exactly. So don't get tired. 200 is the goal.